Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been a little MIA for the last little bit. You know how it goes, you get caught up with work and other life events and stuff. So I am happy to get back to making videos. I would like to start off with a series that kind of ended last month. We'll see if it actually ended or not. So yeah, Kelley Armstrong. She is one of my favorite authors. The series that she just finished was the Age of Legends series. Sea of Shadows is the first book. Empire of Night is the second, and Forest of Ruin, which came out April 5th of this year, is the third installment. So let me just give a little background on Kelley Armstrong. She is a fellow Canadian. She lives in rural Ontario. I actually had the chance of meeting her last, about a year and a half ago at a Word on the Street festival in Saskatoon. She did a reading from, I think it was Omens or Deceptions in the Canesville series. Which is also another really great series that you should probably check out if you haven't already. And she was fantastic. She was definitely like what I wanted when I wanted to meet her. It was awesome. So yeah, Kelley Armstrong is a fantastic author. I root for all of her books. Also, if you have not read the Women of the Otherworld series, you need to add this to your TBR list, like stat. And it's the first book. It's a 13 book long series, and you absolutely love it if you love fantasy, paranormal, romance, even a bit of erotica, because she writes for adults. And we like to read some of that stuff every once in a while. So yeah, anyways, go back to the series that I am supposed to be reviewing right now. So Sea of Shadows is the first book. The thing about Kelley Armstrong too, she picks fantasy and mythology that are kind of unpopular or not as well known. So this is a series about spirits and spirit keepers. So it centers around two girls. They're twins. They are 16 years old. I think they just turned 16. So Ashen, she is the quieter of the two. She is what is known as a seeker. She is the person who goes and finds the bodies of the dead and helps their spirit pass on to the other world. And Moria, her sister, she is much louder, I guess more confident maybe. She is known as the Keeper, and she is the one who dispels any angry spirits within the realm. So in their realm, there are 4 other pairs of seekers and keepers. They are all twins. The girls, they are stationed in Edgewood, which is I guess a corner of their realm, and they focus on the Forest of the Dead, which is where the Empire sends the criminals of the Empire to live out their last days. So that's where the girls spend their time. So the book starts off with a seeking ritual that obviously ends badly, because that's how the story goes. But the seeking is, it's Ashen's first time going into the forest on her own with, I guess I should say the girls also have bond beasts. So Ashen has a hound called Tova, and he is a hound of the immortal. And Moria has a wildcat named Daigo, and they are both pretty important characters. They are, throughout the whole series, they're very important to the girls and to the storyline. So yeah, and yeah, so the story begins with the seeking. Of course, that it's Ashen's first time. She goes out into the forest with some villagers. something really, really bad happens, of course, and this leads to a series of events on how this series gets started. Yeah, I guess another thing I should say is that Ashen and Moria, they are able to connect and communicate with the spirits, but they are not able to directly communicate. They can't just like call up a spirit and start talking to them. It's actually the spirits who contact the girls and then help direct them to what they need to do. So it's not a very good two-way street. It's mostly a one-way direction there. So the girls are kind of frustrated with that because of the perception that they're able to just call on the spirits whenever they can. But sadly, that's not the case. I guess I should also say there are two other main characters. Gavril. He is the son of a convicted sorcerer. The realm looks down upon sorcery and magic, I guess right now. So Gavril's father was friends with the Empire, or Emperor, not the Empire, the Emperor, and he practices sorcery even though he knows that he's not supposed to, and of course he gets found out, and he is sent to the Forest of the Dead to live out his days. And Gavril is sent to the Forest of the Dead, or Edgewood, to help guard the forest from criminals. So that's where he meets Moria and Ashen. And then the other main character is Ronan. He is known as a caseless warrior. Well, his family really. He is traveling to the Forest of the Dead, helping his father and his uncle cart some criminals to the Forest of the Dead for their to live out their last days. So that's I guess where Ronan meets up with the girls as well. So anyways, the bad thing that happens in the forest that I'm not going to say anything about leads these four people to meet and ultimately leave Edgewood and venture off into the realm. They need to get to the Empire capital and talk to the Emperor and tell him what's been happening and what they need to do and so on and so forth. So yeah, there's a lot of romance, adventure, fantasy, betrayal, of course. I mean, what's a good love story without betrayal? And yeah, so that's a lot of what happens in Sea of Shadows. Empire of Night, there is another main character that is introduced in this book. He's pretty important to the story as well. His name is Tyrus, and he is the bastard son of the Emperor. And he is very confident. He has a bit of an ego, and he is very fond of Moria. So that gets quite interesting for the girls and for Moria. So yeah, there's a bit of a love triangle that's going on there. Yeah. So again, I guess with Sea of Shadows and Empire of Night, I give them 5 out of 5 stars for both of them. They were excellent. And, you know, I think maybe it was because I had waited a bit to read Forest of Ruin. When I started reading it, I was like, nah, I'll just remember what happened. Like, it can't be that hard. Sure, my memory's not that great, but I should be able to remember. But, yeah, it took me a bit to get back into it and, like, who was who and what was going on. But I had a hard time with the ending a little bit, but I still really, really liked it. And I am hoping, because this is what Kelley Armstrong does when people want more of characters that she writes more short stories outside of the main series about them. So kind of hoping that's what she'll do with one of the characters from this story. And I hope if Kelley Armstrong is watching this, I hope she please appeases me, and I think she knows which character I'm talking about. So yeah. But anyways, I definitely recommend all of these books. This series was fantastic. Okay, this is really working out here. But yeah, check them out. definitely recommend them. So please go check these out, add these to your TBR list. I don't think you'll regret it. So yeah, if you liked my video, please go give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe for more videos. I hope to have some more out soon. You can also check out my blog at www.paperdreamsblog.com. I am also really active on Instagram. My Insta is paperdreamsblog. So yeah, you can find me active on all those things. Again, thanks for watching. Bye!